Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to number 47 of Travels Around My Bedroom for a little mini-series of France as we approach, or as we are actually, in the summer holidays. And my God, we're also still, soon, that's what I meant, approaching the 14th of July, which is our National Day. So, yesterday, I took you to the land of stripy shirts, which is Brittany, and today I really would love to introduce you to where I come from, which is called the Touraine. So, one thing, if I compare between what I said yesterday and what I'm going to say today, one thing that's different between the Bretons and the Tourangeaux or the Tourangelles is that we're not well known for being stubborn, but we're well known to be quietly, I would say, welcoming. We have nothing, like we're not like the people from the south of France. And I will speak to you about the south of France tomorrow. We're more subdued. We're more like, we call that posé. And what kind of like, politeness is very important and formality is uber important to us. So people don't know this about France, but France is full of rules. And in my region, I think this is really the capital of the rules. Yes. So we are not well known to be hot-blooded. Obviously, I probably was born in the wrong, in the wrong region. I should have been born in the south of France. But that's what makes us different. Now, I spoke yesterday about the food. One thing that my region is well known for all over France is this. This smells divine to me. This is goat cheese. Obviously, we started eating that one. And I could tell you so much about goat cheeses, and especially about this one, because there is something very special about it. But it is made in a little place called Saint-Maur, and you can actually buy it in places like, if you are in the UK, in Harrods, and I'm sure it's at Macy's, if they have a food court at Macy's. But it's delicious. I would love it. So one thing with French, hold on, let's like that again. One thing with French cheeses is that the more they sting, the better they are. And one particularity actually about the French is that we're okay with body odors. You know what? One little thing that you might not know is that the reason why the French are the biggest consumers of perfume worldwide is that they actually didn't like to wash much in the past. So they used to use the perfume to cover their body odors because they still wanted to smell good. There are loads of stories around that. One other thing that we are very well known for is all the meat product that we make from pork, and especially all the stuff that you wouldn't want to eat. We just create something really nice about it, from it. So it's one of the things that we have is called rillette, and you won't find that anywhere else. Yes, so you have in France particularities from every single region that makes this region very, very, very special. And of course, it's a reason why people go to that region, because they want to eat these things and experience them. This is actually one made by my parents, and this is from wild boar, and that's how it looks. That's how it looks like. So it's a kind of pâté that you layer onto a wonderful piece of dark bread, yes, or what we say pain de campagne, which is bread from the countryside, and especially if you make it warm, It's delicious. It's an acquired taste, I guess. I think it's more of an acquired texture than an acquired taste. But it's wonderful. And we make a sausage called andouillette, also full of all the kind of rubbish that you have from the pork, because there is one thing that is very important, I would say, across the whole of France, across the French mentality when it comes to food, which is that nothing is wasted. We use every single part of an animal. It's a very sustainable approach to life. We are not like picky about our food. The worst thing you can be in France is picky about your food. People just don't understand that. So that's a bit of a travel advice as well for you if you come and visit France. So let me tell you more about my region. I was talking to you yesterday about the key tourist attraction in Brittany and or Normandy. And this my region is very well known for its castle. During the Middle Age, it was actually the area where all the kings and queens of France came. It's also very well known for, and the reason actually why we have all these castles, it's because we have and especially around my town, which is called Loches, very small town, 7,000 people live here. We have the oldest forest in France, so which is full of game. So that's why all the kings and the queens in the Middle Age came to go and hunt. And this is the castle in my small town. And you go from one town to another in my region, and it's one castle after another castle after another castle after another castle, which is absolutely beautiful. So it's castle country. It is obviously, I was talking about food. It's also obviously a place where we have wine. So I forgot, yes, in Brittany, because we also define ourselves according to the kind of wine that we drink or the kind of alcohol that we drink. So in Brittany, they won't have the same culture as we have around wine. And for my region, it's very much a kind of light, crispy, white or wine that we are well known for. One of those wine is actually made by my uncle. He's a winemaker. So you grew up into that wine and environment, which is absolutely fantastic. And going back to the kings and the queens, actually, one thing that we are also well known for is for the beauty of our ladies. So, and especially how well endowed they are. And that comes, as you can see, that comes from a painting, actually. So this lady here was nicknamed the Dame of Beauty, and her name is Agnès Sorel, or Agnes. And she was born in 1422 and died in 1450. So that's 28 years old. And by the time she died, she already had 4 daughters. And she actually died giving birth to the 5th child. And her grave, her body is still in the castle of my small town. But what made this lady very, very special is that she is the first ever official mistress of a French king recorded in books. And from her started this habit that French kings had official mistresses, and she was the first of them all. She was the first official royal mistress. So you can see this is a portrait that is very well known. Not that we go out in my town being, I don't know, open-breasted, I guess that's what we would say, but people know and recall this portrait. So moving on from that, yesterday I showed you as well the way that the people dress traditionally in Brittany. So we are more subdued in a way. So you can actually see, but the picture is really bad. But can you see that they have hats on their head? Yes. So I've got one of those. I actually have many. And that's what I wanted to share with you. The best comes last. This is from my great-great-grandmother. And this was hand-laced by her. You know, when you didn't have TV or radio, you would just spend all your evenings just lacing and sewing. And that's what she made. So I just wanted to share with you the beauty of the work, because it's, I don't know if you can really see, it is really, really amazing. And I have a few, maybe that's better, but I don't see if you can see the intricacity of the needle, that's better, that's it, of the needle work. But it is truly amazing. And my grandmother is keeping them. She's not even giving them to me. She's like, they better come back. And she's, my grandmother is 99. But yeah, you would wear them. Oh God. Okay, I'll finish the video like this. You'd wear them like this, and you would have day ones and night ones, and you would have some for married women and women out on the town. If you now this is I'm like, this is terrible. It doesn't suit me at all. Maybe I can do it like this. Okay, let's add a little bit of style to it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about the south of France. So what I would really love to know is it the same in your country? Are there people, or where you come from? That's more interesting. Where you come from, how do people define themselves with regard to their character, or how do the rest of your country define you in your region, in your town, and what they say about you? That'd be fun. Okay, thank you and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.